afternoon, Team Exos, Team Adidas. Welcome to another at-home live workout. I am your coach, Coach Gene. I will be guiding you through this 30-minute session. We have a great day planned for you, lots of challenging movements. Hopefully we can work up a nice sweat and feel better at the end of this 30 minutes. So, first thing, you're going to need some things. You're going to need water, because we are going to be breathing and sweating, so you're going to have a couple water breaks, a towel, preferably something a little longer. We're going to be introducing that into our neural activation, as well as some movements throughout the day. And then a chair, just something nearby that you can lean on. We're going to be focusing a little bit more on the regen side at the end. So a couple different stretches that you can take home with you, use at your desk or wherever. Great for the hips. And then, as always, shoes are optional. I usually go barefoot just to feel the ground. And then some music if you would like. Music is always something that is recommended, gives you some rhythm, gives you something to listen to while you're training. I will try to speak loud enough and clear enough that you can follow along. But other than that, just some open space as usual. And just to go over some things throughout the day, we're going to be focusing a lot on the squat, and then also that prone position, going to be challenging you there. And then we're going to be throwing in, at the beginning of the session, a little bit different plyometric, some landing mechanics, and some reacting mechanics. So lots of good things today, but as usual, first things first, we have to prepare the body, okay? So we're going to take that space wherever you are at, whether that be living room or in your office, okay? We're gonna just go ahead and lift those arms up, straight up, and just nice big rotation. Try to create a nice circle with the hands all the way around, okay? We're just gonna go 5 times with those arms, just trying to really draw that nice big circle, incorporating the legs. You can sweep down all the way to the ground if you'd like. But we're just trying to get some movement out of the spine. Once you finish 5 one way, go ahead and switch it up the other direction. Make sure those arms reach nice and tall. Okay, you really want to extend up. Again, 5 each way. Go ahead and take a break with those arms. They can go back down to your side. With the legs, let's go ahead and extend them out to this nice big triangle position. Okay, you're gonna lean into one side, sitting those hips like you're sitting into a chair. As I sit into this lateral lunge, I'm gonna twist over that knee and then just come back to this neutral position. I'll show you again. Go ahead and sit in that chair, twist over that knee, and then stand up. Okay, we're gonna do 5 each side, 10 total. So take your time with this. Each time you get into that lunge, you want to get deeper and deeper. Notice how my toes are facing you. You want them in one line as if they're on train tracks. Try not to flare the toes. Really trying to get into those hips and that groin. Trying to open up. Again, 5 each side, 10 total. Very nice. Go ahead and once you're done, shake it out, get back to a standing position. We're going to go into a world's greatest stretch, okay? But we are going to kind of modify it so it's a little easier. We're just going to go big lunge forward, elbow comes down, rotate, okay? And then just kick straight back into a standing position. So it's a little quicker. Let me show you once again. So extend out. I'm still driving back with that back leg. Elbow comes inside the knee. I rotate up, and then I just kick straight back. Okay, instead of coming here and then getting the hamstring, we're just going to extend back with that leg. And again, we're going to do 5 each side. Okay, give you another angle here. Big lunge out. Elbow comes down, rotate, and then you're just driving back with that leg into the standing position. 5 each side. Once you finish 5, go ahead and get back to your standing position. Again, we want to give the body a chance here. It is the middle of the day, but we still want to give every chance to the hips, the spine, and the shoulders to be able to operate and move so that when we finish the workout or the training session, we're feeling a lot better. We're going to go into a hand walk. Again, 5 each side. Now with the hand walk, I want you to, when you reach down, go ahead and hinge at the hip. Walk the hands all the way out. Okay, get into that nice prone position. And then kick the hips up and walk back as if you're doing a downward dog back to that standing position. Let me show you once again. So hinge, walk all the way out. Once I get to that push-up prone position, kick back into downward dog. And then walk it back nice and slowly. Again, 5 each side. Here we go. Walk it out. Draw back. And we're back up. Very nice. 5 total. And back to the top. Beautiful. All right. We're going to go into more of that hinge position, trying to warm up those glutes and hamstrings, as well as the shoulders. So if you're familiar with this movement, we're going to be doing that bent over or that inverted Y's, T's, and A's. Okay? Again, we're going to do 5 total. Take your time with this. So get into a hinge position. Okay, so you're going to make sure those knees are nice and soft. Close the door with the hips, and then from there, as my torso and face is facing the ground, I'm going to go 1 big Y, 1 T, 1 A, and then go ahead and stand. We're going to do that again for 5. So together now, go ahead and try it. Y, T, A, and then stand. So we're just trying to activate the scaps and all those posterior muscles in the shoulder. Like I said, I'm going to throw some different movements at you today. Last one for me. Perfect. All right. Now is when we're going to get that chance to use that towel. So hopefully it's long enough. We're just going to try to create an imaginary line. Okay, we're actually going to place that towel right in the middle of my stance. If you don't have a towel, no big deal. Just try to imagine there's a line in the middle of your body. We're going to do some neural activation here. So what you're going to do, on your tippy toes, you're going to stand in the middle, right on that towel. So heels are going to be up. I will give you a drop call. So you're going to drop without moving the towel into our nice base position, and in and out with the feet. We're going to go as fast as we can for 10 touches in and out. Okay, so it'll be a drop and a go. Once I say go, as fast as you can in and out with the feet. Let's go ahead and give that a try. Having some slight malfunctions with the towel. So, middle of the towel, toes are only thing that are touching the towel, heels are up, arms are up. I'm going to give you a drop and a go. On that go, 10 as fast as you can in and out with those feet. Here we go. Let's give it a try. Ready? And drop. Go. Beautiful. Once you have 10, go ahead and relax, shake it out. We're going to try that one more time. So, balls of your feet on that towel, heels are up, arms are up. Here we go. Drop it and go. Ready, and drop. Go. Relax, beautiful. All right, now we're going to have a little bit more fun with the towel. So go ahead and place that towel in front of you. So it's facing horizontal. Now, with that towel, we're going to do a little bit of hip shift. So you're going to start either with that right leg in front or that left leg in front. And we're just going to do big hip turns. Again, as fast as we can for 10. So you're going to be your own coach here. Only thing is, I will be the one giving you the go call. So let's go ahead and start with that right foot in front, left foot in back. If you want to start opposite, you can. And again, we're going hip turns back and forth. 10 as fast as we can. Once you hit 10, you can stop. Here we go. On my go call, go ahead and get in your set position. So hips are low. Right foot is over the towel, left foot is back. Ready, set, go. Relax. Very nice. All right. Go ahead and take that towel, take it off the ground. Go ahead and grab a drink of water. We're going to get right into this this primer circuit. One thing with the primer circuit, we're going to do, usually we do one global movement, one plyo, okay, and then I just threw in a corrective or something for the shoulders at the end. So 3 different movements. Go ahead and follow along. First movement, okay, so everybody should understand this base position, which is just chest over knees over foot. From this position, you're going to shift your weight to one side. It can be left or right. And you're going to get into what we call high split. So high split is, now I have my toe, my knee, and my nose all on one line, and the opposite leg is floating. I'm just going to extend back, so I have this nice straight angle all the way from my heel to my shoulder. And then from there, I'm going to reach across, trying to test that internal rotation, and then come to a standing position. Let me show you again. So, base position, shift my weight. I extend back with that foot, reach across, and then come to a standing position. You're only going to do 5 each side. Go ahead and give that a try. So, all that weight on one side, reach back into my high split, reach across, and then back to a standing position. One more time. Coil into that leg, reach back, across, and then standing position. Once you finish 5 on one side, go ahead and go to the opposite side. Coil, reach, back to standing position. So coil, reach, back to standing. When I say coil, I'm talking about getting that nose, knee, and toe all in one line, and I'm coiled into a nice quarter squat here, and then I can get into that nice high split position. Remember, we want to extend that back leg, not bent as we would a split squat. So it's a little different. We're really trying to focus in on keeping majority of that weight on that front leg. So 5 each side, go ahead and give that a try. Then I'm going to challenge you with this plyometric. So in this plyo, we are going to load up into our base again. Okay, give me a nice jump, vertical jump up, and when I land, I'm going to react and shuffle to the other side. So I'm doing a non-counter movement, vertical jump, landing into a shuffle. Let me show you again. So I'm going to load up, give me a good pause here, big vertical jump, and then shuffle across. So I'm reacting as I land. Instead of just landing from that jump, I'm going to now react and shuffle back and forth. Now you're going to do 10 jumps total, 5 each side. Let me show you again. Nice load, okay, jump, and then shuffle, okay. Once you get that pause at the bottom, go ahead and on your own, give me that nice vertical jump. No call on me. Be your own coach here. Try not to come from the top, jump, and then shuffle. I really want you to get used to loading those hips. That's very important. Getting nice and familiar with this base position and this ready position as I jump and shuffle. So 10 total, 5 each side. Let's go ahead and give that a try. Big thing there is that we want to take the hands back. We don't want to load and then the arms come up and we're trying to do this number with the hands in the air. We don't want that. We want the arms to sync with the hips and that triple extension. Very nice. Okay, last movement on the menu for this primer circuit. We're going to do an eccentric push-up for 5 seconds. So nice and slow, eccentric push-up. Once I get to the bottom, I'm going to shift my hips and weight and back of me. Give me a nice big lat reach, and then get back to the top. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So, nice, slow, 5-second eccentric all the way down. Then I want you just to shift your weight back. Give me a nice big lat reach. You can stick your thumbs up if you'd like. And then just curl back to that top position. And we're going to start over for 5 reps. Okay? 5 reps total. Let me show you again, nice and slow. 2 more for me. Go ahead and give this a try if you haven't already. So what I'm doing there is I'm really just trying to understand how my scaps and serratus are really retracting, and I'm understanding how to create that torque through that push-up. Then I'm trying to get some overhead extension, which would be important for the next circuit. And then I'm just meeting myself nice and easy back to that prone position. Okay, so go ahead and give that a try. Give you a few more seconds on that. And then we'll go back to the top to that nice high split with diagonal reach. Now, you may not have wood floors. No big deal. Just do exactly what we did at the start of this primer circuit. But if you do have wood floors, you can slide a little bit and you can use that towel that we just used. Now we can incorporate, as if you had a slider in the gym, where I am using that leg and understanding, getting into this accelerated high split position, and then just using that towel to reach back and forth. Now if you don't have a towel, like I said, coil, reach, diagonal, and then up, no big deal. Both of them are acceptable. We're just really trying to test internal rotation of the hip and that stability of that front knee, making sure that it doesn't cave into that valgus position. So, again, big high split, okay? Getting all the way extended, my nose, my knee, and my toe are in one line, reach across, and then back up to a standing position. 5 each. Now, I am reaching across with that opposite arm, but notice how this arm and back is kind of extended as well. You can do what you like with it. I like to extend it out. If you want to just go straight back with it, no big deal. Just do what is natural. Most important is that knee is stable. It's not caving in or out. And I'm just trying to drive this opposite hip into that knee, creating that internal rotation, which is going to be super important for any kind of athletic development. Reach out. Back up. Perfect. That's one. Awesome. All right, go ahead and take that towel to the side. We're right back into that plyo. This time we're starting from the top. No slow load, no holding that base position. You guys know what that feels like. Let's start from the top, a little bit more aggressive. So, starting from the top, load, explode, land controlled, and give me a shuffle. Remember, 10 each. Remember, right when I land, we want to react and shuffle. You decide when you hit that gas pedal, but you gotta know how to use those brakes. 10 total. Perfect. Awesome. Fantastic. All right. Now we're back to that eccentric push-up with that lat reach. Go ahead and take your position. Remember, we really want to get that palm nice and flat, fingers are spread, similar to the feet, and then you want to create that torque through the ground where it's going to corkscrew those shoulders as well as get you into a good position. So 5 seconds down, big lat reach, back to prone. Five seconds down. Kick those hips back to your heels. Give me that nice good lat reach. Back to the top of the push-up. Beautiful. 5 total. We're running a little low on time, so we're just going to do 2 sets. Go ahead and take a little water break. 2 sets here. And we're going to jump right into our primary circuit. With the primary circuit, we're going to do an ascending rep scheme. We're going to be doing 3 rounds. We're going to start at 4 reps of each movement. Now, these are going to be similar movements. There's only 2 main ones, but they're going to have a complex to them. So we're going to do the first movement is a squat. Like I said, it's going to be a complex design. So arms are going to be out. I'm going to go ahead and corkscrew my thumb. So I'm giving you that thumbs up into that nice front squat position. We're going to do 4 reps there. Then we're going to go in the back of our head, okay? Interlock those fingers. Another 4 reps, okay? And then we're finally going to get into this nice overhead position where my palms are going to be facing each other. Thumbs are straight back in this big wide position. And then another 4 reps. So let's go ahead and give that a try. So from the top, extend those arms. Give me that nice thumbs up. Palms come up. 4 reps. Okay, then we're going behind the head. Give me another 4 reps. Okay, then we're going big wide. Another 4 reps. Perfect. Very nice. Now we're going to get into that prone position. And similar kind of programming here with that prone position. We're going to go shoulder touches, 4 each. Okay, then we're going to kick back. We're going to go foot touches opposite in that downward dog position. And then we're going to do a big Y overhead reach from that prone position. So let me show you. Then you guys can kind of get going on your own. So 4 shoulder touches, nice and slow. Make sure those hips aren't rocking. And then we're going to kick the hips up. Opposite arm, opposite foot, 4 each side. And then the last one is just that nice big reach with the arms for 4. So 12 in total. You're really focusing on the top of that push-up, the stability. And also a big thing is make sure those hips don't swivel side to side. Imagine you have a glass of water on your low back and you're not going to let that thing spill. So if you guys have done your first set, now we're going to bump up the reps. So 6 each. Same thing. Starting from the top, lift those thumbs up, palms come up. I corkscrew my shoulders. Now I'm doing 6 reps of each. Okay, go ahead and give that a try. 6. Now I go behind the head, interlock those fingers, really trying to pin those elbows back, retract, almost as if I'm pulling a barbell down into my back. 6 reps. 6. Now I want to get that big Y. Again, 6. And 6. Perfect. Back to that prone shoulder touch, opposites, and that overhead reach. Again, bump up the reps. We're going 6 of each. Here we go. So 6 total. Perfect. Kick it back. Opposites. Now I'm reaching with the arms. Perfect. Walk it up. All right, we're getting into our last set here. We're gonna go 8 reps of each. 8 reps of each. Here we go. Nice and controlled, just like we did on the first set. At your own pace. Take the rest as needed, okay? Now you can do a squat a bunch of different ways, but I would say first introduction to front squat, I would say here would be my first go-to, especially with the weight out in front of you, just to understand that rack position and the understanding of having weight in the front of your body, the anterior part. So it's almost like we're going front squat, now do a back squat. And then finally, overhead squat. Imagine you got that barbell overhead. Perfect. All right, last one. Prone position, shoulder touch, opposites, and arm reach. Come on, let's finish. Remember, we're doing 8 reps of each. Don't cheat it. Woo! Very nice. I know my shoulders are definitely burning. That was the goal there, is really just try to get your arms away from just pressing here, get you some overhead action, get you used to really trying to reach, getting that scap out and protracted out. I think that that's a very important position. And that was tough, So we're gonna finish with some ESD, Energy System Development. Now, with this, I decided to go with a rep scheme. Didn't really put a rest on anything. It's at your own pace, at your own speed. I want you guys to finish this lunch hour with a sweat, so I suggest taking minimal rest. So it is 120 reps, 2 different movements. The 2 different movements are going to be that alternating drop lunge, okay? And then the other one will be a sprinter's sit-up. So you're here, and you're just gonna go knee to elbow. And again, what I'm gonna do is 20 drop lunges, 20 sprinter sit-up, go back and forth for 3 rounds. I'm gonna record my time, and I'm gonna challenge you to beat me. If you would like to, you can break it off 60-60, however you wanna do it. Tons of different ways, but it is a race. We are trying to finish as fast as we can. Again, I can't see you. I don't know what fitness level you're at, but I suggest if you need a rest, if you need a break, no big deal. Everybody is at different levels. I'm sure that you guys will probably beat me anyway. So let's go ahead and heat it up here. Let's work up a nice sweat. Let's finish the day strong. All right, so on my go, we're going drop lunges and sprinter sit up, 120 reps total. You can break that off however you want. I'm gonna go 20 and 20. All right, here we go. Ready, set, go. Try to get that knee as close as you can to the ground. I know we're trying to go fast here, but we don't want to sacrifice quantity over quality. And 20. Perfect. Now I'm into my sprinter sit-ups. Very nice, 20. I'm back up top. Alternating drop lunge. Come on. Stay with me. Perfect, 20. All right. Oh, 20. All right, I got 40 left. 40 left, we're doing 120 reps. Let's go. And 20. Let's go. Last one here. Last set. Those sprinter sit-ups. And 20. Perfect. Woo! 3 minutes, 34 seconds. Very nice, team. Give you a couple more minutes for that. Beautiful. Go ahead and walk it off. So, we accomplished quite a bit here. I'm going to leave you, as you're resting here or finishing up, I'm going to leave you with a little tip. Something that I've been observing or seeing last, let's say, a couple weeks, is just understanding the contrast between that linear or just training at home or in the gym, something that adults get really good at, being very precise as what they're going to do for their exercise or their activity, which is something I get caught up in a lot, and not thinking about that other side of the spectrum, which is that flow state or that play, which we all have grown up to love or developed as a child. And it's something that I see a lot in kids. I know most of you probably have your own kids. I have a couple kids around this neighborhood that have been just genuinely just playing and enjoying, and that's something that I think can benefit everyone, because if you go in the weight room and you're focusing on just going on the elliptical or just banging on weights, sometimes it doesn't add up to the fun or the results that we want. I'm not saying don't come to the weight room, but you're gonna have to have a balance between that play and the weight room, because they both contrast the other, especially on the injury prevention. The weight room is huge, but to be able to go out and play, whether it be volleyball, frisbee, basketball, soccer, anything, even just riding bikes or running, I think it's something you have to get back to. So my challenge to you is go out and play as well as train. See how they both kind of give that yin and yang and contrast each other, and the ability to have massive amounts of benefits and get into that flow state. So now that we're nice and calm, let's get into some regen. Super important. I'm going to ask you to grab that chair. I'm going to grab a chair here. We're going to use a chair here. We're going to do 2 different movements with the chair. Something you can do at a desk. Go ahead and make sure that chair is pinned to something. I'm going to go ahead and pin it against the couch. If you don't have anything to pin it against, just make sure it's sturdy. From here, what we're going to do is what's called a T-hip rotation. So you're going to get into this inverted hamstring position. And then from there, I'm just going to open up my hip, keeping that knee nice and stable, and then close. Okay, so opening and closing while I'm using the chair as a brace. Now, it doesn't have to be a chair. You can use this entertainment center, something that's going to give you some balance, because it is tough trying to rotate that hip around that leg. But let's just go ahead and try that for five or so reps. Just feel that. I can show you maybe another angle here where I'm just opening and closing, trying to rotate my pelvis around that socket area on that leg that's down. So 5 each side. And then I'm going to flip the chair around. Okay, I'm going to get to a kneeling position, and I'm going to use the chair to add some more depth to this lat reach. So I'm just going to drive my head through, okay, my arms, big lat reach. And then if you don't feel that too much, go ahead and put your elbows on the chair, and then really try to drive your head through. And then you'll feel that a little bit more in the tricep area. And as you get more mobility, you can kind of bend that elbow or hands closer in and get a nice stretch through the lat. Okay, so those are the 2 stretches I have. Take them home with you. Use them when you're at the desk. They're great. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I always loved the ability to be able to move with you. I always get something out of it. I'm sure you guys do too. Thank you for your time. I'll see you again next time. Mahalo.